In this video I'm gonna tell you how people make money with real estate in 5 points. Let's check this out. So to make this simple, I will cover every point and I will take an actual deal that I made as an example. What a beauty, right? Oh, I know, she's ugly, but she does exactly what she's supposed to do, and that's applied to my net worth, and she cash flows very well, and that's appreciated. So the first point is the cash flow. Right now, I'm currently renting the basement and the main floor for a total of $2,600 per month. So my all-around cost for this property is around 1.8 to 2K per month, and this includes the mortgage, the taxes, the insurance, the variation of utilities and repairs. So the $650 to $850 that is left every month after all expenses are covered, that's the profit of the property, and that is the cash flow. Now guess what? That could also be a loss, because not every market and not every property produce the same ratio of cash flow. Point number 2 now, and that's the mortgage paydown. Now in these expenses, I had to pay my mortgage, which was $1,180, and on this payment I have to pay an amount that is the interest that I pay over the loan. The balance is the principal that I pay over the loan, which reduce the amount that I owe to the bank. On this case, it's about $330 every month, and as the mortgage will mature, this ratio of interest and principal will start to get better. So the balance between the selling price and the money that I owe for the house, which is the loan, and that would be also the closing cost if I would sell the house. The balance between the selling price and those costs, that will be the profit that is left in my pockets. Now I paid this property $315, but what makes this deal really interesting is that it's probably more worth like $360. If I was right with my analysis, and this is the case, by buying this property, I made a gain in capital of 45 grand on the day of closing. Now the point 4, that's the appreciation. Now let's say that the economy starts growing back in this area and businesses starts to have a momentum and creates more jobs and people starts working more and getting more incomes in this area. That's something that will drive the value up of the houses in this area, and that's because it's gonna boost the demand for house. And let's say that now, since the demand is higher for houses like mine in this area, that drives the value up of my property. And now let's say that my house is now worth $385. I would just have made a gain in capital of 25 grand. And that is point number 4, appreciation. And I dream about this every night. Someday it's gonna be my turn. Someday it's gonna be my turn. Point number 5 now, that's renovations and flips. Now that house, over the last years, it had it rough, and it could need a little bit of love and improvements, and that's perfect, because if I manage to make this house appealing for sale again, smartly, and that's a key word here, smartly, and that is done by budgeting and not going randoms with the improvements, because not every improvements can get the same ratio of cost to value added to the property. Well, maybe if I put 25 grand to improve this property, maybe I will be able to sell it for $430. That would get me a sell price of 45 grand above the value before renovations. And I would also make 20 grand of profits by doing this. And there's some type of projects that are called flips. And these are projects where you would buy a really damaged house and you just renovate it in a really short amount of time and you just sell it back. And when this is done right, you can you can get a significant returns over the money that you've put in the house. The key here is always to not be random. Alright guys, so that's it for this one. I hope you like this, and if you did, you can hit the like and subscribe button down there. And what is really nice is that it's free and it helps me a lot, I guess. Some people say that. And if you didn't, well then you don't have to hit anything. Yeah. You don't have to hit anything. So I'm out, and I will see you in the next one.